like a lot of scientists, I've always been really curious and just really liked asking questions and finding things out. I know even at a young age, my parents weren't scientists, but my mom ran a little science club for my brother's school, and she tested out all the experiments on me. When I got to high school, I got really lucky. I had a good bio teacher, and she really liked gene therapy, and I thought this was incredibly fascinating. So basically, it was the idea that you could help treat a disease on the molecular level, like in their DNA. And I just was blown away that that was even possible. For finding my first research position, my undergraduate research, I ended up reaching out to a lot of people, and I just didn't hear back from a lot of people. I was sending out emails, I was getting advice from my advisor on how to send them, and sometimes you just didn't get responses, or I had several responses from a lab I was very excited about, and then I just stopped getting them. And you don't know what happens, and you don't really have the chance to ask why, but it was just being very persistent, and I kept trying. And finally, it was someone that we knew who said, "Oh, I know labs who are doing that thing you want to do." And so just from even talking about it, they had me send my resume to a few different people. I met with my undergraduate PI or boss, and I didn't have a lot of experience at that time, but what he really wanted to see was dedication and that I was interested, that I was curious. And one of the things he told me later that impressed him was I brought a notebook, and from the moment he started talking, I was taking notes on what the lab did, on all of that. So he said it demonstrated to him, I think, that I was curious, I wanted to learn, and I wanted to remember that.